This is the flourless chocolate torte. And it's called flourless for a reason, okay? So it's got no flour at all. And the main ingredients in there is just going to be sugar, butter, and chocolate. Yeah. You definitely want to add the water to it. Bring that water almost to maybe just before it's starting to boil. Then you add the sugar to it. After the sugar, you're going to add the butter. Once the butter is pretty much melted in it and it's all liquefied, then you start adding the chocolate. You start adding them slowly, making sure you're constantly stirring it, because if not, the chocolate is going to create like a caramel and it's going to stick to the pan and it'll burn at you right away. But this is pretty much the process. There's no science to it. It's really easy. This process being liquefied and melting everything. What he does is usually he'll go back and he starts cracking the eggs. It's got to be fresh eggs. Works better with it instead of using liquid eggs. So crash the eggs in there, and then he'll take it back, whip them, and probably take the process of 2 minutes, 3 minutes. If you're doing this recipe at home, if you're doing it at home, you can do a small batch. You can pretty much use a wire whisk, just whisk them yourself. But if you have an electric one, you can also use that. Make sure it's speed number 1, very low speed. He's got the eggs already whipped. Now he's just gonna slowly fold it into. You gotta constantly whip this thing, because if the eggs are not properly, folded in there, it's definitely gonna cook on you. All the white foam that you see on the top is gotta disappear, okay? Before you pour it in the pan and it goes to the oven, this gotta look smooth, like it's just plain chocolate, like you never added nothing else to it. And there it is. What you do into the pan, first of all, is you grease it. You grease it, and then he's doing a push paper on the bottom. This is gonna make it easier when it comes out, so that way it doesn't stick to it. And again, it doesn't have no flour, so it's a little bit more dense. So that's the reason why he's doing that. You're gonna do about 3/4 of it. If you fill it up to the top, this rises. Since it's got eggs, it's gonna come like a little souffle. But after it comes out of the oven, it's gonna come down again. 350, and it's gonna be cooked for about 45 minutes. Okay. Once it's out of the oven, we let them rest for a little bit outside, and then we'll freeze them. We freeze it for at least 6 hours to 4 hours. So that way it's gonna be easier for us to get it out of the pan. So what we do is just put a little heat on the bottom of the pan, turn it around a couple times, bang it into a cake board, pour in it, turn it around, flip it, vámonos. There you go. That's how it comes out. Look. Push calling. And go like that. Get some fresh mint. Look for the nicest piece. And this will be your presentation, and that's pretty much how we're serving that. There it goes.